This is lavoncason here, back at it again with another YouTube video, and this Nintendo Switch 2 motherboard leak is huge. It's crazy, it's, cool, it's neat. Link will be down below in the description of this YouTube video if you want to watch the whole video in its entirety, and it will be also in the comment section below as well. So this pretty much confirms, Nintendo Switch 2 motherboard confirms that the Nintendo Switch 2 has 12 gigabytes of RAM. And pretty much the Switch 2 chip is pretty much the T239, and it got pretty much taped out back in 2021. Also, there's another example here, the RTX 3050, which is the GA107. And that got taped out back in 2020, and then the RTX 3050 got released in 2021, and the Nintendo Switch's case, it was 4 years later that now it's pretty much getting released, by about a month from now it should be released. So let's go into what else should I go into? So let's go into those benchmarks. So this is 3D Mark, by the way, and this is GPU performance. So Switch 2 in dock mode is 2205, while on simulated Switch 2 handheld it's 1308. And overall, in both parts, in dock mode and in handheld mode, the Nintendo Switch 2 is better than the PlayStation 4. Nothing more, nothing less, either way you look at it, whether it's in dock mode or in handheld mode, it's better than a PlayStation 4. And it's pretty close to a GTX 1050 Ti. So it's not that far from that GPU's, the GTX 1050 Ti. Is just not that far off from it. So let's go into the CPU performance here, if I could find it. Where are you? Okay, there we go. I found the CPU performance, and as you guys can see here, whether it's in handheld mode or in dock mode, it's better than a PlayStation 4. It's definitely a huge step up from the Nintendo Switch. So when it comes to GPU and CPU performance in these benchmarks for the Nintendo Switch 2, either you are using dock mode or in handheld mode, it's pretty much better than a PlayStation 4. Now obviously it's not as good as a PlayStation 5, but at least it's better than a PlayStation 4. Nothing more, nothing less. And also too, the Xbox Series S is at 3,786. So when it comes to the Switch 2 in dock mode, it's more around here, more the higher tier. And Switch 2 in handheld mode is obviously in the lower tier. But in conclusion, pretty much the Nintendo Switch 2 all around is better than a PlayStation 4. And that's just based off of these benchmarks here. So yeah, he also, does some, game testing. As you guys can see, it's running up, Black Myth Wukong, Doom Eternal. I would love to see a native Nintendo Switch 2 version of Doom Eternal, honestly. I would love to see that. He also tests out Cyberpunk. As you guys can see here, this is Cyberpunk. We already see that you're running natively on the Switch 2. And it doesn't look too bad. So, overall, how do I feel about this? Well, pretty much, what a lot of people have been expecting, PS4 in handheld mode and closer to a PS4 Pro in dock mode. There's also, you know, other stuff such as the fact that it has more RAM than a PS4 and a PS4 Pro. It has the DLSS. It has the better CPU than the PlayStation 4. So I expect Nintendo Switch 2 versions of these, you know, cross-gen games, I mean, to run better than their PS4 counterparts. And if you know, a game was just on the PS4 and the Xbox One, I expect it to run better on the Nintendo Switch 2. That's just me being real. That's just me being honest with you guys. And when it comes to the whole, you know, Nintendo Switch 2, will it run games? Will it make games look better than their Xbox Series S counterparts? I mean, yeah, there's Street Fighter 6, you know, that looks better on Nintendo Switch 2 than, say, the Xbox Series S, but will that be, you know, the case with every game? We're gonna have to wait and see. We are definitely gonna have to wait and see on that. But yeah, overall, the Nintendo Switch 2 all around is more powerful than a PlayStation 4. Nothing more, nothing less. How do you guys feel about this Nintendo Switch 2 Motherboard League? Is this what you expected? Let me know in the comment section below this YouTube video. This is lavoncason sign out, and peace, and thanks for watching.